I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Everybody else is still under oath. You solemnly swear affirm under penalty of perjury, Mr. Holbrook, that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. Did you go out and perform work at Mr. Karatni's residence at 23862 Meadows Avenue on or about July the 29th? Were you there? Well, I need the guy who did the work. Let me show you this. Let me show you this picture here. Yeah. Did you talk to your employees?
Yes. The pictures were sent to me.
Who sent them to you?
The employee at the time.
Is he still with you? Did he get fired?
Yes.
When?
He had to work for me. Okay, September.
Look at that picture.
Yes.
What did he do?
Boarded up my window.
How long do you think that took?
I
I couldn't. Listen, if you want me to, if I need to, we'll subpoena him. How much time? Do you know what work they did? Have you done that kind of work before? How long would that have taken?
Well, a lot goes into it.
I'm not.
It's not just the board.
I want to know how long you think that took him. What did he do? He put up that vis screen there?
How long it took him to board the actual window up?
To do the whole thing?
Probably the whole entire job completely from the fall. Okay. 3 to 4 hours.
What would he have had to do?
Go to the store, pick up material. After the job was done, dispose of the glass that we had to take out.
Well, so he'd have gone to Lowe's or Home Depot, picked up the materials on his way, and then he would have done the boarding. He would have pulled out the glass. What else would he have done?
When the time starts to fall. So driving to the store, fuel.
Fuel. Yeah. What do you need fuel for to perform that job?
Drive to the job.
All right, pause right here. This is the moment the case quietly locks in. The judge is establishing who actually did the work, not who owns the company. In small claims and contract disputes, that distinction matters way more than people realize. If you can't clearly identify the worker or their actions, you're already skating on thin ice. Ice.
You mean every time he gets a call for a job, he's got to go refuel?
The company would charge.
Listen to what I'm telling you. If he got a call today from Mr. Karat in your office, you told dispatch this guy, and then tomorrow I called and said, I want you to do the same work, he wouldn't have had to refuel 2 days in a row, would he? Do you get my question? You're saying he had to refuel? You're charging the guy to refuel? Every customer you charge to refuel?
Fuel to get to the job, it's all factored in to the hourly.
You said he had to refuel. Did I misunderstand you?
No, I'm telling you that it costs fuel to get to the job.
Well, that's different than saying he had to refuel.
Right, no, I didn't say he had to refuel.
I thought you said he had to refuel. Did you not say that?
It costs fuel, going to the store, driving to the job.
How much you charge in fuel?
So it's factored into the $85. Insurance, fuel.
Where's your office? At Ecorse Road?
City.
Do you charge them portal to portal? Does a customer get charged portal to portal?
Yeah.
Your office got a call, right? Right. Were you at the office?
No.
Do you know where your employee was? Who was the employee that worked on this?
Yeah. His name is Thomas.
Thomas what? Pardon? And where were you at the job at? Do you know what city?
No.
So how long does the customer get charged if you're sending out an employee? Just say you were in transit.
For a typical boardhouse, the minimum is $500.
Well, you said you're charging by the hour, right?
Charged by the hour.
Why on this job?
Well, most boardhouses are charged by the hour. Understand?
Hour or earned?
That's how they're factored in. It's a $500 minimum, regardless of the hours or materials.
Jeez. I don't get it.
Insurance is expensive. A lot of things go into that. So you can't really send it with payroll taxes. You can send an employee.
Your other game says something. So this queen is mine. They didn't do that.
This what?
This queen you were talking about, that was already there. That's mine. It's part of the house.
I still haven't gotten a good answer on what exactly they do. They drive to the property. They got this shit. Hang on. What do they do first, Mr. Walker? They're boarding up. What you said there's a lot more that goes into it. They have to go get the materials. The materials consist of the wood, right? What else do they consist of? What else?
Tools.
Well, you've got the tools, right? He's not buying tools for every job. You've got the tools in the trunk, right?
That's just free. No, it's all factored in. The tools are free.
I don't think you're answering my question. And I'm not.
Did you catch that? Pause right. We just went from I don't know the moment the case to a very confident 3. The judge is establishing who actually that's a credibility pivot. Not who owns the company. And judges notice though in small claims when testimony suddenly becomes precise. That distinction matters way more than people red flags. If you can't clearly identify the worker, and right now their actions is depreciating you're fast, already skating on thin decreasing. Eyes.
Trying to be smart.
You're on it. It's a $475 bill, and that's cheap if you ask me.
It might be. All I asked the question was, what do they have to do? You said they have to go get materials. I said, okay. Then you said they have to refuel. Then I got into asking the questions about how often they have to refuel. If he got one done tomorrow and me the day after, would you have to refuel for both? You said no. Then you said you're talking about the charge for the fuel. Now you want to charge for the tools. This is an hourly basis. I'm just asking. I want to assume that the gas is in there, unless you remember the gas not being in the truck. If he went and got materials, which consist only of the wood, right? I mean, I get the fact that you got tools, but he only had to go buy wood and screws, right? Then he goes over to the property and he sees a window now. What would he have to do to complete the job?
Remove the glass and cut the plywood, install it, seal up the window, clean up.
And how long do you think that would take for a job like that in the picture?
A couple hours, hour or two.
So I showed something more that said there was something here that said quantity 5. Hang on a second. Where's that piece of paper at, Ms. Fondrich? Now, how do you get to 5 hours if it takes an hour or two to take out the glass and put in the boards?
That was what I informed you. Charge to go to the store.
Well, why even have a quantity rate of $85 an hour? If you're just going to charge $500, why not just tell them it's $500?
Well, I would have told the person who called me that it would have been around $500.
But he didn't call you, right? She called you. Responded, right? Did you call him? Oh.
Your Honor, they did not remove the glass.
I don't need to hear anymore. I'm just getting disgusted with this whole situation.
The wood was already in there. You can tell it's not cut 48 to 48.
I don't need to hear anymore.
I apologize.
You don't have to worry about anything, nor do they. It's fine. This is what I do for a living. What did you tell him in relation to the amount that it was going to cost?
It's going to be around $500.
And you acknowledge she told you.
She said, yeah, it'd be around $500. Yes.
And that was before anybody had come, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you have a lawyer, but you might want to get your ducks in, or these verbal agreements and this stuff that's said about 500, and then he gets a bill for 7. I don't want to start anything, Mr. Holbrook. If you, but I need to tell people why I do what I do. If you're telling them $500, that doesn't mean you can.
All
Notice
right,
the judge's
pause.
tone
We just went from I don't
This
know
isn't
in the case
confusion
to a
anymore.
very
Lots of
frustration. The
The
judge
judge
establishing who I don't get credibility pivot.
What
Now
they
who
really
owns
mean
judges
company.
notice
Your
though
explanation makes
when
no
testimony
contract
suddenly
disputes.
becomes
This
precise.
case is no
distinction
longer
matters
about
way
math.
more
Raises
than
red
it's
flags.
about transparency.
Consistency
If you
is
can't clearly
transparency
identify and right
is
now
now
they're
acting.
just depreciating
Grimacing
already
face.
skating on
Char
thin
decreasing.
eyes.
And just add hours to an invoice. You just got done telling me it was an hour or two. He wasn't coming from Livonia.
You asked how long it took to install the wood. It took an hour or two to install the
I
wood.
get it.
It didn't take an hour or two just to take the
You're not going to convince me that he was longer than at Home Depot or Lowe's or any other place for more than a half an hour. And you're not going to convince me that he took more than a half an hour to get there. Period. If you're going to charge $135 an hour, then tell people that. You don't get to just make up willy-nilly. It's going to be $500, so you adjust hourly rates. I mean, this is just common sense to me, boys and girls. And then you can go out of here and say whatever you want. The judge is stupid. The judge doesn't get it. The judge didn't compensate me for my tools. Okay. I get the fact that you're using your tools. I get the fact that you're driving a vehicle there. I get the fact that it was an hour or two. I get the fact. So I'm going to give you the benefit.
other hour that you said for going to the store.
Yeah, then why'd you bill him for 5?
Well, as you just
Wait a minute. I want to know why you billed him for 5. Because you thought the insurance company was going to pay the bill? Well, then why'd you bill him for 5 if you're... Did you tell anybody that?
you just said
Well, then, so let's say it's a 4-hour bill minimum and you adequately conveyed that. Why'd you bill for 5?
4-hour minimum, an hour to do the job.
Now it only took an hour for the job?
Roughly $500 what the estimate was supposed to be to do the job.
They didn't complete it.
I don't want to hear anymore. My inclination was correct the whole time. That's all I can tell everybody. It was wrong at first because I thought they did more. I thought they put a window. I didn't think that you put the window.
I bought
Stop it. I don't want to hear anything.
But the window wasn't feeling.
Stop. Listen to me. You buried yourself here.
Gave a rate before we went to the job.
You told them about 500, right? You billed an hourly rate at 85 bucks an hour. That's the invoice that you sent out, right? It's clear from listening to you didn't spend 5 hours, nor did an employee there. It's abundantly clear.
Minimum I told them.
Then you shouldn't have billed it by an hourly rate of 85 bucks. Did you bill this? Come here, John. You want to keep arguing? Let's argue. Show me the invoice. What's the invoice say?
Rate $85.
5 quantity, right? And you said that means 5 hours, right? All right, well, that's a lie, isn't it?
No.
It's not a lie. We just went through the whole thing, and we talked about the fact that at most it was 3 hours, and you put 5 on there, didn't you?
Yes.
And then you said 4-hour minimum plus the 1 hour they were working. What in the world does that mean? Give me that invoice back.
All the time.
I'm sorry?
All the time.
Sir? I don't know. Doesn't take you off the hook completely. As far as I'm concerned, you still agreed to pay $500. That's going to be the extent of the judgment. $500, you get your court costs, and we'll go from there. So, sir, can you pay that today?
No, I can pay next month.
What day?
It's third Wednesday of the month. I'm on Social Security. I'm retired.
$562. You're going to pay this by in full by February the 13th. You can do that, right?
Yes, that's third Wednesday. I don't care.
No, it's not the third Wednesday. The third Wednesday is the 18th. I'll make it the 19th. Okay? Jennifer, give a copy of the judgment to everybody.
Yes, Judge.
Keep everything else. I want to keep these papers. I think a little bit. You're the innocent party here over there, Miss Fondrick and Mr. So. Good luck. Thank you. Here, I want to keep up those. If anybody wants copies of what they took, take them, please.